Hello, coming at you from Chicago here. Looks like a nice day out there. I haven't been outside. I know I definitely gotta get out there. I gotta do some grocery shopping. I've kind of been busy mostly with work and making some of these YouTube videos, and unfortunately I kind of been sacrificing some of my doing my a little bit of my exercise routine, and even just getting out there to, like I said, taking care of some grocery shopping. So I got to definitely get out there later today. But with this video, I'm going to be talking about Elon Musk. And before I talk about this article, just my overall perception of Elon Musk, particularly what was my perception of him before he took over Twitter. Excuse me. I really he the thing about Elon Musk is he's kind of, it seems like he's always kind of like lived in his own little world. He doesn't really, like, if I had to compare or contrast him to like Donald Trump, even before he did The Apprentice, some of the interview clips, he comes across as being very vocal, somebody who's not afraid to speak his mind. Kind of, he's got this like larger than life persona. Like him or hate him, you did get a sense of who he was and what he is or was about. But with Elon, I never really got that sense of who he was. Even to this day, I still don't even really know what his personality characteristics are. He just, like I said, he's kind of in his own world. I know that he did make some attempts to, throughout the years, ever since his success with Tesla, he's made an effort to try to be relevant, try to be hip. Like I saw some photos of him like in a leather jacket, or he was trying to do some dancing routine for some event he was doing. And so he's trying to be, he doesn't want to be, it seems like he doesn't want to just be the stereotypical, always in a business suit, wearing a tie. He wants to be relevant. So getting back to what I was saying, what did I make of him? He's a successful entrepreneur. He's got money, and those were the only two things I could conclude about him before he took over the Twitter. And so now, getting to this article, I could probably add another thing now that I can take away from him. And what I take away from this article that I would add on to his characteristics is he just comes across as being an a-hole. There's no other way to really put it. So with this article here, this one is from slate.com, and the title of this article is "What You Get for Being Loyal to Elon Musk." So this article, this was published about a week ago. It says, for Twitter's latest workforce casualties going, quote, extremely hardcore, end of quote, wasn't good enough. And it says Elon Musk's bloodletting at Twitter might never end. It does appear that way. It's fascinating that there's still news coverage of him letting these employees go. It just seems like there's no end in sight. Getting back to the article, shortly after he took over the social media company at the end of October of last year, Musk booted about half of Twitter's 7,500 person organization chart. Twitter was down to about 2,000 employees in recent days, the New York Times reported, before Musk fired at least 200 on Saturday night. So I'm presuming it's talking about he fired at least 200 Saturday night. This was sometime last month. I'm assuming sometime towards the end of last month. Do I believe this? What the New York Times reports that he fired 200 people on a single day on a Saturday? I don't know. I know that the media in general, they usually they go after successful entrepreneurs, especially billionaires. They're very you're always going to want to try to paint them in a more negative light. So whether that's true or not, I can't really say. I'm just going by what the article says. And then going more in depth into the article, there was a Twitter picture of this woman sleeping on the floor at Twitter headquarters in San Francisco. This was back in early November of last year. This woman put on her, I think it was I think it was on her Twitter account. And then she defended Elon Musk. She supported his hardcore grind mentality. She basically concluding that those hardcore, hustle and bustle grind is a necessary sacrifice of leadership in a high pressure job. So she defended him. It appears she supported him. She wanted to adopt his, like I said, grind and hustle mindset. And what did it get her? Articles that says not even 4 months later, she ended up getting tanked. She ended up getting fired. So, that's unfortunate. And then article, it starts to conclude, there are many fair reasons for a person to stay in a demanding job with an unsatisfiable boss. It could be money, health insurance, a fear of unemployment, and immigration status all come to mind. So he doesn't come across as a very nice person. I know you can't be nice. I understand you can't be nice when you're taking over a company, when you're being an entrepreneur, but this is just taking it to a whole nother level. And then just to add on to this article, I did do a previous video where I talked about, it was an article from CNN.com, and the title of that article was Former Twitter Employees Get Severance After Months of Waiting. Many are unhappy with it. And that was an article that was published back in January 9th of 2023. I got the idea to find that severance article and then to make a video about it from this initial article from Slate.com. I was just reading towards the beginning, and the article had mentioned that he gave some of his employees the ultimatum. They could either stay and adapt to his hustle and bustle work culture, or they can accept the severance pay. And so in this other earlier video that I did, I talked about that some of the employees, they had the option of either accepting the small severance pay offer and forfeit their ability to participate in a class action lawsuit against either Elon or Twitter, or they can choose to not accept the severance pay at all, and then obviously they can choose to participate in the class action lawsuit against either Elon and or Twitter. And it was upsetting for these people because Elon had initially stated that when he first took over Twitter, that he was going to be offering the employees 3 months of severance pay, and then it turns out that he was only offering them a month of severance. So that's just the that's just my overall reaction that I took away from the article, is that he just appears to be an unsavourable a-hole. It's I'm sure when he first took over Twitter, this was not like, I have to assume he knew it was going to be a bumpy ride. He knew that he was going to be letting go of people, so forth. But I can't imagine that he ever thought that it was going to come to this, to go from 7,500 employees to now 2,000 a couple months later. And then, so what is the end result of all of this? Is Twitter going to end up going bankrupt? Excuse me. These social media companies, these technology companies, how does that work with going bankrupt? Like, we're accustomed to food chains going bankrupt, retail stores going bankrupt, but with a social media company like this, will the government intervene if if it looks like it's heading in that direction of bankruptcy? And if it is going in that direction of bankruptcy, is Elon Musk, is he gonna continue to fight for Twitter, or is he gonna abandon ship and go back to Tesla? We don't. It's too soon to tell. We don't know what's gonna end up happening with that. But for these people that lost their jobs, it's just really these are just humans just trying to survive. A lot of if they lived in San Francisco, which is one of the most expensive cities to live in this entire state, to lose a position like this. And some of them, they have mortgages, I presume. Some of them have children, I presume. It's really tough. Really tough. So I've said in some of my older videos, this is why it's so important to have faith in a higher power, to have that foundation, because we just don't know what life is going to throw at us. And having that foundation can it can help us to see the bigger picture when we're going through those trialing times. So that was today's video. If you guys enjoy this content, I ask you politely, please support me, please follow me. These videos have been doing these videos, it's been really an enjoyable process. I love how it's not just me teaching you guys, it's not just you guys teaching me through your feedback or through comments. It's a two-way street. And that's it's a journey that we can take together. So again, thank you for taking the time to hearing about me and this article, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.